Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. Uh, uh, what I want to talk about is superstitions and beliefs. Now, I'm I've come to the conclusion that I see more than most people. I experience more than most people, and one of the things uh, one of the things is I'm not superstitious at all. There is nothing that I'm superstitious about. And I see things, and I see people, and many people are superstitious on certain things, So my thing is I'm just I try to stay polite and open. I let most anybody do most anything they want to around me. The difference is my morals, and I've talked about my morals being put to the test, and the moral thing, I thought about trying to talk about morals, but there's no way I can talk about morals. Even though I cross paths with people that their religious beliefs are so much different than mine, and but we do share the same moral understandings. I'll put it that way. I can't really call it a moral belief because it's the morals is what we act upon, and that's why I'm saying many people will say they're moral, but you watch their actions, you can see they're not, and that's what I talk about. And in my world, I'm around people that we don't speak the same language. Like I say, Chinese, I don't speak Chinese. I'm down in Central America, I don't speak Spanish. So I've got to profile, I've got to watch the way people act. And it's amazing how I see how we share the same morals, and our religious beliefs are so much, they're not even close to the same. And that got me to the point where I talk about the superstitions and being superstitious. And like I say, I'm not. I get around people that are, and I got kind of confused, and I think I'm getting it worked out now. But there's a difference between being superstitious and your spiritual beliefs or lack of spiritual beliefs. It doesn't make any difference how you look at it. Even the people that say they don't have any spiritual belief, that is a spiritual belief, the lack of. So in other words, the superstitious stuff, I say I've been brought up around it, being Chinese, and so I know what it is. The only thing is now, I can't believe, as old as I am, I've found out that there's a difference between superstitious and their beliefs, the way people live their lives. And there's our our spiritual beliefs, and this is another thing, I've been pretty consistent on my spiritual beliefs, and I've come to the point now where the spiritual beliefs and the superstitions, I can see I don't even know the words to say it, but they do get connected. I'm not sure if that's right or wrong. I'm still thinking this out. Because of morals and your values, that shows the way you act, your mannerisms. And that's a lot of what my videos are talking about, is how to improve, how to strengthen your mannerisms. And one of the ways of doing it is, like I say, is your beliefs and morals, making your morals strong. And seeing most people don't get out and test their morals, that is why I make videos telling stories about things that I've done and how my morals have either changed or got stronger. I put them to the test. And that's this kind of thing that kind of got me right now, is I experienced something that was uniquely, to me, uniquely spiritual. And what it was, I went to the Mayan Indians, and they did their some kind of a ceremony. Don't forget, I don't talk, and I don't speak the language, so I got to get it. But I do ask questions. I find people, and a lot of it is in translation, so that's another thing. But one thing I learned through this ceremony, I thought it was really neat, because they incorporated Catholic, Christian, and Mayan Indian. They've kind of put them all together, and I thought that was interesting. I find the same thing on the Chinese. When I say half my family's Chinese, and I find it the same thing, how they've incorporated the different beliefs and put them together and worked them together. And it was interesting, because what I saw, and then asking questions what it was I saw. Just because I see it, I really don't know what it was, so I had to ask questions to find out exactly what it was I saw. And it was interesting that, and I'm not going to go into detail. I'm sure the hell not going to try to explain it, but I'm still trying to figure out what it was that I experienced. But what I'm trying to get across is, I realize some things are that I considered superstitious was not really superstition. It was a religious belief. It was their belief. Now the obvious superstitions is walking under a ladder. I don't know. Walking under a ladder is about the first thing I can think of. I'm sure there's more. But that is, to me, a clear-cut superstition. You're just superstitious. Now, common sense tells me, without, because like I say, I'm not superstitious, but before I walk under a ladder, I look and see, if they've got stuff up there, I don't want to be walking underneath. I mean, it'd be the same thing if you see on, well, I've only seen it on TV, I've never seen it in real life, but the city folk, they'll use a apartment building, and they'll put like a rope and they'll tie it on like a piano or a safe or something big, and then they'll hoist it up and bring it in through the window on that. It's the same thing. It's not that I'm superstitious, but I'm not going to walk underneath there when they're raising that thing up. So I mean, that's sense. So that's common. That's a superstition, but I can see where that would come from, and I still do it, but I use my sense before I do it. Now, so it's not really. And then when I see people, because now you hear me talk about being nice towards others, helping others, and stuff like that. And then, like I say, if I'm not nice to somebody, I'm scared it's going to come back on me. Now, is that a superstition, or is that my spiritual beliefs? So I try to be nice to everybody all the time, and I look for ways to be nice. So, and I do that with the intention of, if I'm nice to everybody, everybody's going to be nice to me, and when somebody is nasty, well, then I just try to avoid them and get out of the way. And normally those are the people that are trying to rob me or want to hurt me or want to do things to me. So they're the ones that are nasty. So what I'm saying is not a you got to be careful when you say, I'm not superstitious, I'm not going to do this because that's too superstitious. Because sometimes things aren't superstitious. It is really, there's a spiritual meaning for this stuff. It's just something to think on. I hope I didn't get you all messed up, but like I say, to me, this has been an eye-opening experience, what I've been going through here lately. And it's really neat when I see this, and now I'm getting an understanding of it. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.